folks, it's time for us to jump straight into this session and let's understand how can we rewrite the rules of storytelling. Let's welcome Aruna onto our stage. Give it a round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I'm from Amazon MX Player, India's leading free entertainment destination. And one of our biggest strengths as Amazon MX Player, which has been one of the key reasons for our vast reach, is our diversity of content. And today, we are going to see that diversity in action truly. First up is Hunter Season 2, an action-packed thriller led by the legendary Suniel Shetty and supported by the iconic Jackie Shroff. And what makes Hunter Season 2 even more special is that it is going to coincide with Prime Day, which is one of Amazon's biggest festive sales event. Now let's take a quick peek at Hunter Season 2.
प्लीज मुझे यहाँ से लेकर जाओ ना।
तेरी जिंदगी मेरे पास है, अभी निकल।
विक्रम, तुमने मुझे प्रॉमिस किया था कि पूजा को सही सलामत मेरे पास वापस लेकर आओगी।
इस बार मैं किस्मत को भी हमें अलग करने का मौका नहीं दूंगा।
So please,
जाने क्या पाके मेरी जिंदगी में हंसकर कहा।
When in Thailand, you do as I say.
आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है, आज फिर मरने का इरादा है, आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना।
So what's the plan, Superman?
और सुपर पावर हर उस बात के पास है जिसका बच्चा खतरे में है।
तो हंटर है ना, जा हंट कर।
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hand together for superstar Suniel Shetty. Welcome, Suniel. Thank you so much for joining us at Goafest.
I know why I'm nervous today, but I'm really, really nervous. I don't know why, but yeah.
No problem. I think let's see how it goes. And first of all, congratulations on becoming a grandfather recently. But honestly, Anna, you put 16, 17-year-olds to shame with your fitness levels. What's the secret of your success?
First of all, thank you very much. And yes, I'm a grandpa and a happy one. I guess the secret to my staying fit is consistency, because it's fitness that's given me everything in my life. You know, the kind of respect I did get earlier days when I was running my restaurants. And bars and restaurants weren't very popular places, so that you keep, you had the cops and the excise departments keep coming there and wanting to check on. But because of my structure and my physique, I'd get a lot more respect. And I learned that that was something that I was always looking for. Then came my career. It was because of my action that I got a break in the first place. After my first film, I was run down as an actor. So I continued working only because of my stunts and my action. So I think I owe my fitness and my action everything.
Thank you for that. How has your definition of fitness evolved the years that you've been in this career?
I think when we first started, it was all about going to the gym and pumping iron, without really knowing what nutrition was all about. But I think today it's complete. And today it's not just somebody who's got a great body that is considered a fitness icon, but someone who's big into sports, someone who's proactive, every time. You see that evolving in cricket too. It's more an athlete who's known for his skills than just pure talent. So I think there's a lot of change in the fitness scenario, because everybody wants to be healthy, and there's a line that is very, very close to my heart, and that is wellness is far, far cheaper than illness. So I think it's about that now.
Are there any days when Sunil Shetty wants to just skip the gym and eat biryani?
I think being a South Indian, I'd say more so eating kori roti, which is or fish curry rice, which I did when I came in here. But the thing is, there's this myth that you're not supposed to eat this and you're not supposed to eat that. That's not the truth. The truth is you've got to quantify your food. You know what you need to understand the kind of calories that you put in. You need to understand good fat, protein, and carbohydrates, which is very, very simple now. So I think that's the basics that I follow, and I've learned as I've gone along, and in the last 5-7 years, I think I've found my peak fitness. As a matter of fact, past 50 and 55, which is very late in life, but then I have found that mojo, and I continue to play with it.
I hope everyone's taking notes out here. Sunil, now let's get into Hunter Season 2. It's a high-octane, action-packed thriller like everyone saw. What drew you into the space at this stage of your career?
See, first of all, everybody believes it's high octane and it's action. It's not action, not just action. It's action backed by strong emotions. Action works only when the emotion is strong. And, when I did Hunter 1, I had come back from a massive sabbatical, dad not well, great work wasn't coming to me, so I was kind of saying no to work. And then came dad, and he was unwell for a bit, so I completely got out of it. When Hunter came to me, first of all, I was surprised that Hunter came to me because I believe I had no market at all. And why would someone like Saregama come to me? But they said, now we believe that you suit this character, because this character is not just, he's not rogue. He's someone who's looking for stability in his life because of the issues that he's had, and there's high-octane action. Having an action image, I wanted to test myself also and see whether I could do that kind of action on screen, and got into it, but have enjoyed the journey so much, and because it's being appreciated, I keep getting the feeling that you need to raise the bar all the time, and this season of Hunter has a very, very close friend of mine, Jackie Dade, and also someone I've always looked up to. So it's a double whammy for me.
No, the efforts are clearly visible. In Hunter, you play the role of a tough ACP Vikram. What did you learn and unlearn for preparing for this role?
I learned that I was aging, and I was aging fast, and come what may, your exterior, what you look from the outside is something that you can't carry on from forever. You need to take care of your fitness. You need to age gracefully, understand what your body can deliver and what your body can't deliver. At the same time, realize that with age came emotion. I was a better actor. My understanding was a lot more confident. Also, what happens is when you're a senior, you get that little respect. So that makes you comfortable in your space. So I think that is what I've learned, and I continue to learn, that you need to change your format of training also as you age. For me, it's not about hunching anymore. It's not about dragging my feet anymore. So the training itself has changed, and so also work. When I'm shooting, especially when I was shooting for Hunter, because Hunter 2 has got crazy action. Crazy action, not from you see someone and you beat, and you want to beat them all. It's got action that suits every situation. So that's when I needed to understand that I really, really need to work towards my craft. Earlier, I used to do 15 rehearsals before I got into a shot. Now, I don't think I have the energy to do 15 rehearsals. So I watch 14 times, and when I'm into it the 15th time, I give it my all.
That's very inspiring, Sunil. Season 1 was massively successful. Can you tell us how Season 1 is now evolving into Season 2 from a story standpoint?
Boy, Season 1, ACP Vikram was a little brash and troubled with the family, wanted the family together but could never come together. So he did his own thing, broke all rules, and was a little bad when he wanted to be, but otherwise believed in this uniform. Season 2 is the transformation of this character completely. where he realizes that his daughter is still alive and he needs her, he wants her, he needs to get her back because he gets a call saying, Papa, you got to get me out of here. And he decides he wants to go back. There's a wife who earlier he wasn't getting along with, who says, I want my daughter back. I want to be a family all over again. So it's a search for a family that he wants to bring together. Whether it's going to happen, not going to happen is what Hunter 2 is all about. And it's all about emotion. It's all about him being in another country altogether, aware of what that country has to offer, but also very, very conscious that he can't do what he did earlier in his own city on the streets, and needs to be very cautious because he needs his daughter out of there and he needs to get her out of there. So there's grit, it's a beautiful story. There's more of a story than just pure action.
So Hunter associated very well with Gen Zs, millennials, and even the older age groups. Why do you think the series really resonated so widely?
I guess because of the emotion involved. There's this daughter, there's this father, so it covers all ages. Talking about teens to 70-year-olds and 80-year-olds. There was great music. We were lucky that we had Saregama as a producer, so I really bullied them into giving me the old classic songs, the classical songs which we put together and got into this more retro, at the same time, more rock format. So there was music for everybody. There was great action, and from a point of view of locations and from a point of view of content, I think it was very, very strong. Extremely entertaining. A conversation that you could take back and discuss also the various forms of action and the body language included of all the characters. A lot of twists and turns. So I thought it was a complete package, and it was designed with MX in mind also. So, the large audience, the mass audience that we are talking about, the India that buys, is what was available on that platform.
Suniel, looking at your overall journey, you've played some iconic roles across various genres. You've been there in Mora, Hera Fairy, and action-packed content like Border, as well as now Hunter. Which role has been the most challenging for you so far?
I think, all the roles are extremely challenging, Dhadkan, because, I was supposed to be the quintessential action hero, and that romance would never suit me. Likewise, Hera Fairy. In my earlier days, every distributor made sure that I had to take my shirt off in one scene, get into the rain, with the rain sequence in one, at least have X amount of fights for distributors to be able to buy your film. But I think the toughest role for me was Border, because you're playing a real hero. And I know I'd never ever be able to do justice to Bhairav Singh ji, who was the BSF man whose character I played, that I'd never be able to do justice. So always that doubt in my mind, will I, won't I, will I, won't I? Never convinced that I could. Film got appreciated, got a lot of love. If Sunil Shetty is ever going to be remembered, it's going to be on that 15th of August and 26th of Jan, And so I always believe Border was the toughest. Hunter, very, very tough, because I'm at an age where people talk about retirement, and here I'm trying to, live up to the character of ACP Vikram Sinha. So tough.
You have this massive fan base. You have these younger males who really swear by your action. You have 80s kids like me who have grown up seeing Mora and Border. What do you think is, having such a large range of audiences, how have you been able to garner it over a period of years?
I think by being honest with whatever I do, by giving my 100% to whatever I do. As a matter of fact, I've realized that over a period of time, the fan base and the love has increased. Earlier it was only young boys and young men who appreciated the action that I did. When you went interiors, there was this craze for an action hero. I have an action hero tag, and that's why I've managed to survive in spite of my sabbatical. But I think people see that kind of honesty. I genuinely give 100% of myself to my producer. I believe that my producer is the one who's bringing in the monies, and that's why I need to be responsible when I'm on the set. So I think all that shows on screen also when you put in the effort. The thing is, my films don't have the kind of budgets that the A graders might have, but still the attempt to do something different is there and give it my best. So I think being honest about what you're doing and giving it your best shot always works.
What's been your most memorable fan reaction ever?
Oh, I'd gone for my first day for a film of mine that was releasing. It was called Ant. And I was gone into the interiors of Patna, and in a theater, we were watching the film, and they said, "You know what, sir, we won't announce, you just walk in. We'll freeze the frame, and we'll walk in." And there was a shot in that where I was diving from the top of a roof of a building, of an apartment, maybe a 2-storied apartment. And when I walked in there, one of my fans saw me, and he repeated that from the balcony. So he dove from the balcony with a whole lot of people sitting below. That's how crazy, that's how they believe, how much they believe that they are Superman because they believe we are Superman. So crazy stuff, yeah.
We have a rapid fire round, some questions that we've sourced from the fans over the last 2 days. So here we go. What is the silliest rumor or news you have heard about yourself?
सर सुना आप मर गए? अरे यार फोन मेरे को कर रहा है तू और मेरे को ही पूछ रहा है हेलो हाँ क्या हुआ चुप क्यों है सर मैं सुना आप मर गए बोला यार मैं हेलो बोला उसके बाद में तो तू मत बोला कर मेरे को कि मर गए पूछा कि नहीं बोले ऐसे ही फोन किया था तबीयत पूछने के लिए बट
If you could switch lives with any character that you have played on screen for a day, who would it be and why?
I mean, I haven't played that character, but I'd easily switch. James Bond.
If you were to write a film script, what would be the name of that film?
Bharat.
Which project will we see you next in?
I've got Welcome to the Jungle. I thought I was a part of Hera Fairy till yesterday. I don't know what Hera Fairy's happened, but I'll come to know 3 days later whether I'm still a part of it.
Which is the latest ad that you have seen and liked?
I love the Dream 11 ad, especially the one with Rahul and me. Sharma ji ka beta. आज भी रोहित को शर्मा जी का बेटा बोलते तो I love that ad and all their ads. I like Rupee also now.
If you could describe your career in one word, what would it be?
God's gift or karma?
One thing that your fans do not know.
That's a tough one. What happened in Thailand? Okay, there's somebody else answered it for me, but I'm going to get your name, number, photo and put it up on my post saying he's the one who said it, so there's something with you. No, but honestly, I think I'm an open book here. I'm very open about the fact that I don't sell. People love me, but my tickets don't sell. But OTT is a platform where, you all know that there's a membership and then you get to watch me for free. So,
Suniel, you've witnessed some big wins and some big misses in your career, and you managed everything with a lot of grace and being very grounded. What's your advice to the audience at Goafest in terms of how they should manage their life?
I think open up, speak up. When you're in trouble, you're down, speak to someone you love, speak to someone you care about. Don't keep it in. Go out there and say it, because the world thinks of things differently and will come forward. I've been someone who's been an open book with everything I've done, with every failure of mine. I've accepted it and laughed all the way, cried when I had to. But the minute you open yourself up, people are there to help you. We all believe it doesn't exist, but that's the way it is. And yes, when people say something about me, I don't react. And when you don't react to people, they don't exist.
Thank you so much. Any final words for this audience?
Hunter 2. Yeah. Back the old men, you know, two boys from South Mumbai, Hindi bhasha, ठीक थी यार, बड़ो आता नहीं था. We learned, we went into that world without any acting, formal acting class. Dada went there, he was my hero, I followed him. I don't know what kind of success we've achieved, but there's a lot of affection and love that we've received from the industry. We want to go on longer, so support us.
Thank you so much, Suniel, for your time. It was an absolute pleasure having you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Suniel Shetty. We have Rise and Fall also now coming up very, very quickly. It is going to be a very awesome show. It's almost like a social experiment, and it's our big bet for Diwali. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick look of Rise and Fall.
ये दुनिया दो हिस्सों में बटी है, ऊंच नीच. एक तरफ माला माल जिनके इशारों पे पूरी दुनिया नाचती है, और दूसरी तरफ कंगाल जो नाचने पे मजबूर है. लेकिन किस्मत का दोगलापन मुझसे बेहतर कौन जानता है. लेकर आ रहा हूं मैं पावर का अल्टीमेट रियलिटी शो. 42 दिन, 16 जाने माने लोग और दो हिस्सों में बटा एक खेल, जहां एक तरफ ताकतवर और दूसरी तरफ कमजोर. जब नीचे वाला ऊपर आएगा और ऊपर वाला नीचे फिसल जाएगा, तब मजा तो बहुत आएगा. Rise and Fall India, only on Amazon MX Player.
Let's put our hand together for Mr. Deepak Dhar, CEO and founder of Bani J Asia Red Mall Shine. Welcome, Deepak. It's been a phenomenal ride for Bani J Asia, from high-impact reality formats to gripping adaptations. What do you think makes Bani J so unique?
Well, thank you for having me here, Aruna. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a tough space to be right after Anna's act and a great session that he had. So thank you for having me here. But you know, at Bani J, we are constantly looking for the next big idea, the next big frontier that we want to push, the next big format. You know, so you know what really makes Bani J really tick every now and then is the fact that, you know, where do we find the next idea that we can tell a great story in an unscripted format or in a scripted format, and how can we really take it into a more mass entertainment space. So I mean, we are just hungry to find the best story. We are just hungry to find the best creators, and we try and give them a great ecosystem. So that's really the philosophy and ethos of Bani J.
Thank you for that. You've been behind some of the biggest shows the country has seen. The Kapil Sharma show, we've seen Big Boss, we've seen MasterChef. How do you think these shows have become such a massive, you know, cult actually in itself? What is it that Bani J does to build such wide, massive appeal?
Well, for us, like I said, it's really just finding the right ingredient, finding the right recipe. You know, it takes a lot of different things to put it all together. It's some of various small parts, you know, so we're constantly, like I said, looking for the right ambassador for the show. Kapil is Kapil and he's the right ambassador. You know, when it comes to Big Boss, it's Salman Khan who becomes a big ambassador. You know, when it comes to a lot of our scripted franchises like Night Manager or More or, you know, Kand, you know, we are only trying to find the entire recipe, and we, you know, I think have been, you know, following the process day by day very diligently to try and get the right blueprint together for all of our shows.
Now let's get into Rise and Fall. It's not your regular game competition. Why do you think this format is unique?
Well, you know, I'm of course going to say it's unique, but I genuinely feel it's unique because, you know, we have produced multiple reality shows. We have produced multiple captive reality shows. We are the producers of Big Boss, and we produce 800 days of Big Boss in a calendar year. So, you know, having said that, we've immersed ourselves in finding the right formats, and Rise and Fall currently is the most traveling and the most tracked format globally. It's had a huge response in the UK. It's really moving to other parts of Europe as well. And as always, on time, we are really trying to bring the right format into the country, like we did with the previous captive reality shows, or MasterChef, or Fear Factor, or The Night Manager. I think the timing is absolutely right to bring Rise and Fall to the country. The mood, the momentum is absolutely right in the country as well.
How are you adapting Rise and Fall for Indian audiences, given it's coming from the UK?
Well, it takes a lot of adaptation. We just don't, take a format and just translate it or transpose it. There's a fair amount of adaptation that goes into it. One, of course, Rise and Fall is all about I would call the power and the hustlers. Rise and Fall is all about the authority that you give to the contestants in the apartment. It's Rise and Fall is all about, really people trying to hustle their way from one level to the next level. So, imagine when you're tossed with the authority, how are you going to react? How you could really use the authority, or you could really abuse the authority. And that's really going to tell your character. That's really going to tell your personality. And that's really great storytelling for us. And that's what we feed off. And as for that, we're obviously going to, pick the choicest contestants that go into it, and they become the heart of Rise and Fall for us. And this is from all walks of life. This is from diverse, different personalities, not just celebrities, but achievers, entrepreneurs, activists, sports people, influencers, some very rooted characters as well, because they bring a lot of resonance to formats like this. So they really become the heart of this format. The second is Ashnir Grover. He is really somebody who we love, we hate. We've seen his journey. He's had a huge high. He's had a lot of people critiquing, a lot of people, seeing his comeback as well. So it's, that he really becomes the flavor with which we really are guiding the day-to-day proceedings of the house, and also the narrative as well. And the third element is the apartment itself, which is a huge penthouse. It's a lifestyle by itself, and it's, imagine like when we are thrown into this penthouse, and we've got to really deal with the day-to-day circumstances that are happening inside the house. And of course, you have the penthouse where the influential and the powerful people live, and then you have the workers and the hustlers who are trying to come through the basement to the main penthouse. So that's really the rise and fall and the up and down. So these three elements, to me, make absolutely compelling ingredients to make a great season of Rise and Fall.
You mentioned the house a lot. Can you just walk us through the same?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, this really is the penthouse. I think the makers, the producers, the production designers are all at trying to put this house together. This is a massive apartment penthouse. This is the living room, and great opportunities for a lot of branding opportunities to come in here. Great opportunity for contestants to really use the brand, so it becomes a very, very organic way of working with the brands and with the messaging of the brands. This is a massive kitchen, again white goods, utensils, and a lot of other branding opportunities here. So again this is where we see a lot of different kinds of stories, different kinds of elements of the stories working. This is again really the back end, massive dressing, wardrobe. I can just imagine the amount of stories that are going to unfold here, because really this is when you give different spaces to different contestants, different things, different stories spark off, and that's really great food for us. So again, the bedroom, again, great branding opportunities from furnishings to a lot of other opportunities here. So This is the basement area. Again, this is so contrast, and I would hate to be here myself. I can't imagine how people are going to be living here. So this is really back to basics and really tough surroundings in which people are going to cope with, and we're going to be filming a lot of reality and the stories that come out of it. So this is where people are trying to make their way out of this basement area to come to the penthouse, and this is really going to be the day-to-day cycle of this show.
This looks really stunning. Can you tell us a bit more about the contestants and the tasks?
Well, I would love to reveal a few, but as the format policies and as the holders of the format, we can't really reveal until the right time. So obviously, you can expect people to make a lot of noise. You can expect people to, like I said, from all walks of life. It could be Bollywood star kids, it could be entrepreneurs, it could be achievers, it could be CEOs of different companies, it could be startup owners, founders, it could be activists. So it's really going to be a very, very diverse mix of participants coming into the house, and it's just not I would say, given the fact that we produced a lot of reality shows, this is not a reality show. This, to me, is a huge social experiment happening first time on Indian content landscape. So I'm very excited about this, and I hope people are really going to be looking out for this show when it comes out.
Last question on Rise and Fall. How do you think this will be differentiated from the other captive realities we have in India?
Well, it is very, very differentiated. Like I said, I don't see this as a competitive reality show. I see this as an experiment. I see this as how different, diverse personalities are living together and coping with it, how they are coping with authority, how they are coping with power, how they are coping and how they are dealing with it. And that really brings out the true test of a character, true test of a personality. Like I said at the top of this discussion, you could either use the power for your benefit or you could really abuse the power, and that really is going to tell the stories and the narratives for us. So we're really excited about putting this all together, and I'm sure we're going to be out there very soon.
Final question, Deepak. What's your North Star when it comes to creating content?
Well, I personally try to keep it very, very simple and very basic. It is really about following the process. It's really about doing the little things right. It's really about surrounding myself with the best creators and really finding the right format or the right story. And we've done that from the days of setting up Big Boss many years ago to The Night Manager very recently. We've done very successful shows for you and your colleagues at MX with Kill Dil and Campus Beats. Campus Beats, a small show, is already in its season 5. So for us, the diversity is really what we're looking for, and that's really what my personal North Star is, to really find a very cross-section of ideas and creators.
Many thanks, Deepak, for joining us today. So Rise and Fall coming in the Diwali festive season.
Thank you.
Thank you.